Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then at 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Guys, today we're talking about freedom and productivity, freedom of mind, freedom of choice, freedom of action, and how that exercising of agency, of freedom, enhances your productivity. So a really interesting show today. Thanks for being here. If you are new, you can go to productivethroughjoy.com, see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. A really innovative and powerful project and process. Super interesting. Series of workshops and programs and lectures. It's a very, very powerful dynamic series of offerings to enhance one's productivity, enhance group productivity, collective productivity as well. We are a human productivity company. So you can also simply become a subscriber by hitting that subscribe button and getting all these videos for free. I did say free. 1, 2, 3, 4, free. If you are also new, I should say a few words about myself. This again is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel Americus, author of Animating Black and Brown Liberation, A Theory of American Literatures, board president of the World Stage, a great 501c3 nonprofit here in Los Angeles, in the Crenshaw District. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad. My master's is from UCLA, and my PhD is in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. Guys, I'm an expert at being productive. I don't say that to brag or boast, but people are oftentimes surprised at my level of productivity given how crazy my own personal background is. I am the product of a young girl who was sexually assaulted at age 16, and through that sexual assault gave birth to me at age 17, and at a month old, I was given up for adoption to an amazing single divorcee. Yet, at the time, no biological father, no adopted father, no biological father. Listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet, as Cool Modi famously said, "How you like me now?" And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, we believe, and we know that many people can be productive through joy. And that's what inspires me personally, what inspires us as a business, because we know it's not where you're from, it's where you're about to go. So thank you for being here. Let's dive into, I should also say I'm on a book tour for my last two books, Animating Black and Brown Liberation, which just came out in April, and in Americus, which just came out now last October. So it's been a whole year since that book came out. Wow. So I just came back from the Louisiana Book Festival and the Brattleboro Book Festival in Vermont. Now next week, I'll be at the Kentucky Book Festival in Lexington. So come out if you're in the South, come out and see me. I'll be reading from Animating Black and Brown Liberation and talking about poetry in particular as it relates to American literature. So come on out, see me. Let's hang out at the bar, have some cognac or some chamomile tea, whatever you do. I do both of those. So let's hang. All right, let's talk about today's topic. We're talking about freedom today. Wow, so we live in America. Most of the folks who watch the show are American and or live here. So that's a major part of the discourse of America. And as we know, that's very complicated by many things, by race, by class, by kind of a fake history or a denial of history. And we can kind of go on. But definitely this country has many, many, many freedoms that many places do not have. And with all of America's issues, and we got a lot, we need to also acknowledge that this is a very special place with a very unique history and a lot to offer its people. Those are just the facts, right? So the thing is, we want to be able to take advantage of those freedoms, right? And use our freedom of choice in mind, for example, to choose justice. Rodney Hood, a young brother, I hope I have Rodney's last name right, is facing death in Texas, who appears to me to be hella innocent. And so, we can do work, for example, on his behalf. And on behalf of those who are disenfranchised, right? So we have the freedom to own property in this country. We have the freedom to engage in the pursuing of spirit or God or whatever your own nomenclature is, but to basically largely freely pursue our spiritual beliefs. We can talk back to the orange president. In some countries, you just can't do that. And of course, in this country, Trump's trying to make that different by naming the whistleblower. Why they're out there right now. But at least we can at least speak about it. Although, as we know, Trump is and his followers are looking to bring retribution on those who speak out against him. So, but he's in a different track right now, really trying to make America more of a demagogue-led state. But largely, we can still speak out against the government, and in some countries you can't do that at all. So, we want to take advantage of these particular freedoms, right? Which is point one. You want to take advantage of the freedom that you have, because in many countries, in many locales, you just don't have it. Point two is, so what do you do with this freedom? So we hinted at it a second ago, and so we are proposing that you choose to do good, like broadly, right? I know the ideal of the do-gooder is a pejorative. There's these terrible sayings, which are pretty true in my experience. No good intention goes unpunished. I've had that experience happen to me so many times. I try not to embrace that idea, but wow. I mean, I think about the people I've been good to, so often they've betrayed me, betrayed the good, saw the good as weakness. I mean, I've got a lot of terrible, heartbreaking stories, actually. And so the challenge is to do good anyway, and to know that as you do good, you're also doing good to yourself and for yourself, because really we're all related. According to the Human Genome Project, and according to just the basic science, it says you spread love and do good on the planet, even when it's hard, even when people take advantage of the good, even when people actually betray you who are in your inner circle, which is pretty painful. Which, if you know the show, I've been sharing about that. I had that experience a few times the last few years, and it's been really super painful. And so I know what it's like not to want to do that. And we don't have to. I am choosing personally to do good anyway, to check people, call them out, which I do, and name what they're doing, all that stuff when it happens. And, but it doesn't change the absolute pain and heartbreak you feel when it goes down that way for you. And then having to really fight harder to do good. Because let me tell you, when you as the old saying goes, once burnt, twice shy, or something like that. Twice burnt, once shy. I think it's once burnt, twice shy. Yeah, you want to hold back and go into a damn turtle shell when people dog you out. People betray your trust and your love. It's pretty rough, But it also the silver lining, so to speak, about those situations, which is what I'm talking about in terms of, which relates directly back to freedom, is that we still when you've been betrayed, it makes you really look at what you really believe in. So I believe in justice. I believe in spreading love. And when you spread love and you engage in justice work for other individuals especially, and it comes back to bite you in some way, it makes you not want to do that again, right? And so you're forced to confront your beliefs and how your beliefs are tied to your actions. And so, I'm still in the game. I'm still in the love game. I'm still in the justice game. I'm trying to be a little more smarter about how I do it and what I do, who I engage with. But, I'm choosing love. I've rolled with love this far. I'm going to roll with love until the wheels roll off. All right, which goes right into point three. As you choose to do good broadly, meaning for me, which is choosing justice, choosing abundance, choosing being about family and friends and community, you are going to experience what I'll just call a heightened level of joy. You're going to be more joyful. You're going to have a heightened level of joy, and that's going to lead to more productivity. Boom goes the dynamite. That's all for today's show. We air each weekday morning, hella early AF, at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, and 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live. Thanks, guys, for being here. We'll see you tomorrow morning, or this afternoon, rather, at 4:45 p.m. If you're in Kentucky, I'll see you next week at the Kentucky Book Fair. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces.